What is wrong? Why my undo is not working? Strange. Thirty. 30. There's some issues, so I have to fix that. Stretch, stretch. You can see now I'm aligning everything manually. Deselect, deselect, deselect. This half, the center line should, no matter what, should be straight. Aligning UVs. I can see it takes a lot of time to uh, perfect a UV. So that is something you need to spend that time and fix everything. That's very important. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just creating this gap. So now I'll select this section and make it a straight line. Because whenever you have a scene and suppose you have a straight line there, it becomes very easy to match that scene. And especially for characters, any seam is not acceptable, any kind of seam. So try to align these lines properly. So it will become very easy to control. This should be here and this should be over there. That is something we can live with. So it becomes straight. You can just simply select the entire UV, right click, relax, keep your border point fixed, relax it. Still there's some issues I can see. What's wrong? Why my undo is not working? Okay. There's no undo, no redo, nothing, no history. What I did. Restart to max. There's something issue with this. I don't know. My undo is not working. It will be very difficult to work. Then okay. Don't see. Okay, let's open my file once again. Just have to this update. I recently updated my Macs. After that, I'm facing all this issue. Maybe because of that. Stitch. Stitch everything properly. Vertex. Try to align everything nicely. Make it a straight line. Align it nicely. Like unwrapping, like same thing. There's lots of other softwares are also there for unwrapping. You can use those also. Keep the UV smooth and aligned nicely. So I can see there's little stretch mouth part. Relax it nicely. Make sure no matter what the checker box and square are not stretched. There will be slight stretch near to nose no matter what you do, because this part is protruding outside from the face. So it will be slightly stretched, but that stretch should not be evident enough. Not even the chin area also little bit slightly stretched. That is something we can fix. So what I'll do now, my half of this thing is unwrapped. So collapse and I apply a symmetry. After unwrapping, I'll apply a symmetry so that I'll get a perfectly nice unwrapped model. Then again collapse it. Now I can just apply UV, go to UV editor, and this time I'll select this section element. So keep it here. Select this one, mirror it, bring it here. Element, edges, stitch selected. Everything is stitched nicely. You can see nothing is overlapping anywhere. UV is clean. And like this center chin area is slightly stretched. That is something we can fix very easily if we want. Otherwise, this is something we can manage. So if I give a cut here in the center and split the part, it will give me nice open clean UVs. But problem with that is it will stretch this part and make it's still kind of round UV. So I don't want that. So to fix this, what I'll do, okay, let's try to pack everything. So now I can see it packs everything nicely. Then it packs everything nicely, but still you can see similar like flipped normals and all. So what you have to do is go to face mode, select flipped UVs, make sure select all your flipped UVs, mirror them, then go to layout. What happened? Okay, there's slight overlap here. I just deselect that so that it won't affect my UV. Mirror it, then align everything. You see, flip, nice, clean geometry. All UVs are clean, nicely aligned. And now I'll go and optimize the entire thing. Let's see. There was a slight overlapping somewhere. Now I'll check overlap UV. Is there any overlap UV in my model? No, there's no overlap UV. Inverted, yeah. There is slight inverted UV here. You found it. I'll just go ahead and fix it quickly. So make sure in your model there's no issues. Okay, there's some issue here. It's a quad, but there's I have to check this model here. There's another triangle here. There are two triangles. What is this? So what I have to do is I have to combine this and collapse it. Okay, okay, I'll do that. And just to make it clean, I can stretch this part to look clean. It's clean. Same issue here because we have symmetried the model, so we have same issue both the sides. We could have fixed it initially. And this shape looks odd to me. I just cross check. If I select this one, it selects this area. That means if I cut this part, break, and weld it this side, that will be nice and clean. Nice and clean. Same shape I can see this side also. So what I can do is right click, break it, and stitch here. Same thing. So we need to keep in our mind UV should be correct. There's no random seam here and there. If you're creating seam, make sure create the seam in correct direction. Select it, relax, done, and select this, move it. There shouldn't be any overlapping. Same part. So you can see UVs are very important, very crucial, and you have to pay a lot of attention and make sure everything aligns perfectly. Because better the UV, your texture will be the nicer, and it will be very easy to control everything. We're selecting few edges and going to stitch it. Stitch. Relax. And move it this side. This eye section socket, I can place it anywhere, wherever I want, so that is not important. But still, whenever you using anything, try to keep all the similar parts together. Stitch. This is my mouth in that gum part. You can select this entire thing and move it. Move it here and keep it clean. So you can see like this is nicely wrapped into the this UV space, and my UVs are quite nice and clean. There are like few areas like slight distortion because of this part. Those things like in game there are lots of techniques you can straighten out all the outer edges and all the base, and uh, then you can just start baking, because after the any we're going to bake everything and then texture it. You don't have to create anything manually. So like whenever you have something like this like very strange shape, this is what I personally do, and this is like some like industry people also do the same thing to use the maximum UV space without wasting the area. Because if you're wasting UV space, that means you're using wasting memory. Okay, no matter what, engine will read this area. Align it nicely. Then you can simply select the base part, not everything. Relax, relax. See, it's nice, clean, and you have better density here now. Better density here. So it makes your life easier. And suppose that chin area, I can see there's a slight issue with the chin. There's a, oh, my mistake. Deselect the border. Relax. See, it becomes way better now. I relaxed it. There are few areas still. There are like few small areas I can see. Clean everything. Way better. So you have to make sure there's no alignment issue, there's no stretch and all, as much as possible, because there will be some because it's an organic structure, there will be little bit of stretch here and there, but you have to make sure the amount of stretch is really less. Just selecting the outside part of the lips and relaxing it, so it become nice clean shape. Okay. And now I can see I have this surface. So aligning, because this surface is connecting here and this surface is connecting here, so matching the seam will be very difficult. So what I'll do is I'll select this surface and make it straight. Similarly, I'll select this surface, make it straight, and place it somewhere here. Because now my UVs are almost done, so I can do some modification here and there. Make sure these are straight, perfectly straight. Select half of it, select half of it again, relax. So what it will do is, see, this part I'll fix it now. This three, this three. See, fixed. So now it's way better and clean, and direction of the normal is seen like this. This is facing upward, this is facing upward. So fixing seam will be very easy. So those things you need to keep in mind. Now this shape is changed. So what I can do, I can just, so like I say, it will align with the surface of this square box in a better manner. We can do it very nicely. This is better. This is way better. Only thing I have to keep in mind is padding, the distance between one shell to another shell. I have to keep that thing in mind. So I have to manually modify few things, because into 2021 this works quite nicely. So most of the things you can fix, like use this thing. Most of the time you can use this and fix it very easily. Yes, I'll keep it here. So it's nearby, near to my head. This section, mountain part, I'll just simply reduce this. Something wrong. Uh, Keyboard shortcuts are not working properly. Can you know what I did? Size, so that we have, so this distance, like distance between two UV shells are very important. Keep that thing always in mind, and based on that placement, do your placements. Like this distance is way too low, less, and it should not cross this border. This is fine. Rotate slightly, cut it. That distance gap, keep that thing in mind. If I want, I can rotate this and place it here also. I can do that. This entire section, I'll just move it up slightly for this distance. So this head, now, my this head entire section is looks quite nice. I'll just save it quickly. UV is kind of fine. UV is fine. So now you have to bake your normal from high poly and transfer all details on this model. So for this, I'll start exporting this. Export selected. FB is fine. Desktop. Head underscore UV. Okay. My head is exported. That material cannot read, but now I need that this thing, that high poly head. So for that, I'll open my Maya file. Because open my Maya, or I can just simply export my high poly from my high poly model. So I'll just check my Maya file, like that high poly, because I deleted that from my desktop. So I'll export that back. Because if your normal, if your low poly is perfectly snaps to a high poly, the baking will be very easy and clean and very nice. It's low poly only. take this one only. Hide. Okay, this hyper doesn't have any details, so I have to decimate it and send my this entire thing. I'll use my this entire what do you call it, ZBrush mode only. But before that, what I'll do, I'll just import my low poly all, so that this is my low poly. Just delete it, so that I can use this eyes and bands and start texturing my thing. Import desktop. There's this one head. Okay, placement is all wrong. Scale is all wrong. This is what happens like when you move between two softwares. Almost same. Yeah. See, matched. And just reset and delete everything, all history and all. Please and reset. This is my low poly head. I just hide my high poly. So now I have a head with UV and everything. Plus I have this eye lens, eyes, two materials. So I can take this entire thing, and I have this two straps. The strap, if I want, I can take it later also. So just for the basic, what I'll do, Control W. Okay. Now all. I'll take this entire thing, export it again. So because without eye it will look really bad, so I just I want to have those eyes. Export selection, desktop, FPX, head, UV, export, done. So my head is done, ready. Now I'll open my ZBrush. I'll open my max, delete, save, save. Go tool, G drive, organic, detail, this one without proof. This is my head, isolate. All high, because I want the highest polygon. All high. It's around 7 million. It's way too much. So that is something I cannot use. Pre-process current. I'll decimate my model and import that into Substance and bake my maps. Decimation. Okay, still processing. It's a quite heavy geometry, so it's taking little time. All this information in your high poly will be transferred to your low poly, so you can then that with that help of that normal map you can texture your entire model very easily and quickly. If you don't have a detail map, you have to manually paint and add all these detail on your low poly, and your generator won't work properly, so you have to manage everything. So, still processing, keep it open, switch off my Photoshop. Almost processed. Reordering. Excuse me. Polygon. Decimate current. The decimation is 20%. That is, I guess, good enough. It will be around 1 million something. That is something Substance can handle. 1.5 million. So you can see there's no loss. Shift F. Check your model. So it's like good enough. And export this. Desktop. Head underscore high. Done. Now I'll open my Substance. If I want, I can do the texturing in like what do you call it? Disk space is low. Check. What happened to my disk space? It's really low. Yes, I have. We continue anyway. Let's see. New as usual. DirectX 2K. Select your model. Desktop. Head underscore UV FBX. Open. I don't want UDIM tiles or camera or unwrap anything. I have unwrapped everything already. Okay. So you can see I just imported my model, but this eye is missing. Reason being, I haven't because whenever you symmetry any model, that part of normals are flipped. So I have to go back to Max Maya and fix it. So what I'll do is hide, select these two, combine edge. I just combine these two so that history novel I guess this is now the text. Export selection. Yes. Go to edit, reconfiguration, import your model. Once again, it should fix. See, it fixed my mesh, and I check. Now I have three different, so I can name it lens, eye, head. So everything is named properly. So I just simply switch off the head, go to lens first, delete this, and the material I need to set. To PVR alpha blend because it's a transparent lens. For this, then I can apply any material, anything, color, metal roughness. Where is metal roughness? Opacity. So where is my opacity? Opacity. Roughness, I can make it really rough. No metal. Opacity, I can make it transparent. Right. Oh, my bad. Head, eye. I'll change things later. So I have my eyes. Let's see, I have my lens, my reflection, and everything. Opacity, can make it fully reflective. No, see, this is just for the checking. So that's let it be. Now I'll select my head. Texture. First, nothing is there. Texture. 2K map. I want to bake my all the maps. I'll take 2K only. Sorry, 2K only. I have to bake all the maps here. Browse to your high poly. Head high poly. Open and ignore backface curl is on. Very nice. Then I'm going to bake selected texture. So it's basically baking all the maps for my head. So in 10 minutes class is going to over. So if you have any questions, something you can ask me.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
sir, send me the Friday we have doubt clearing class. Send me that video. You didn't upload that video.
It's there only, like same folder.
No,
Okay,
sir, I
I'll
don't.
cross check. I'll cross check that. Okay, I'll cross check that. It should be there because it's a Google Drive. Google Meet is automated, so it uploads everything by default. I'll
Sir,
cross check it.
actually, for Friday is on 14, sir. Except 14, everything is there.
Okay, I'll cross check that then. It should be there. I'll cross check that. So, baking is done. So you can see all the maps, all the detail transferred from my high poly nicely. Everything is clean, nice detail. And if I like, because it's the head, and suppose this is my portfolio. So what I'll do, maybe I'll use a 4K instead of 2K. I'll use a 4K map. So because otherwise it won't catch all those skin surface detail and all. Suppose I'll move to 4K. Still the map is, you can see, it's a bit blurry. So I have to bake it once again. I'll bake it so that it catches all the details.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, tell me.
So before baking, the light we should set up the 3-point lighting, or after baking we should set up the.
Doesn't matter, like, because substance is completely algorithm based. So if you bake it and after you set the lighting before or after, doesn't make any difference, because it's not going to affect your baking doesn't need your lighting.
Okay.
It basically transfer all your detail from your high poly to low poly, so it's like works anyways. That video, okay, I'll just cross check, like, I don't know, like, it should be there. Okay, cross check it. So, like, for portfolio piece, use a bigger resolution renders, bigger resolution maps, and all, to get better detail. Because finally, whenever you showcase something, that time your like quality matters a lot. Almost done. Though for lens, none of the maps matter, because it's just a transparent layer with reflection. That's it. With roughness. That's it. So all those things doesn't matter. But for a substance to work properly, it needs going to bake everything. Okay. So now I have all these things. So environment, I guess you know already. Use studio light. This will give you nice clean light. And for head, go to smart material, or maybe under skin, you can see you have all the skin face, skin feverish, human skin. All these smart materials are already existing. You have creature skin, like all these options. So I suppose it's the creature, you can drag drop this, and it will generate all the details based on your normal map. And then you can go back and modify your base color and everything. Like, suppose you want to make it a little bit more brownish or maybe bluish or any color. Because for this I don't have a reference, so I'll just collect few references, and then I modify things, like some little bit brownish, bluish, reddish, whatever color you want. You can do that very easily. And there are some like details going on, those things I have to manually fix. So that is something you can do very easily. So I'll just start with, oh, there's a blue skin also there. See, there's a blue skin also with all the small grains, noise. Or if you simply use start with a human head, it basically gives you all those reddish color near to your eyes, nose, all those things based on the thickness of the model. Uses your thickness map and generate all this detail. And then you can just slowly go ahead and add all the details one by one. So I'll collect few references for this, like what kind of tech, because that what is the name? I forgot the game. Warcraft, huh? So Warcraft, from that it's elder ones. So I'll just find some references and create texture. So for that I need to create this mood board, and I'll create this reference and collect all the reference and create this entire mood board, and based on that I'll start texturing. Because there's no color reference available, only gray this render. So I'll use that and start texturing my entire model. And you can see like it transferred all the details and there's no stretch, no seam, nothing. And then like few issue with the lip. So that is something I have to fix in my normal map. Slight, you can see slight issue. That is something I have to fix my normal map. So okay, next class I'll show that. And plus this eye, this uh, that what do you call it, tear, that is small, that part is missing. I'll add that in geometry and create everything. Okay, then I'll see you guys tomorrow. So I have only 4 minutes. I have another class waiting. So, and like practice, do your things, and if you have any doubt, get back to me. I'll try to solve it. I'll try my level best to solve it. So, okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And this attendance, like it's already registered. Nitin is here. Rulmansam, Anirudh, Darshan, Yash, Dilip, Tushar, Akshay, Anshuman, Shiva is here. So I guess I didn't miss anyone because it's all automated. So I named everyone. Yeah. So end of the I I guess yesterday I told you guys there's a issue with white eyes, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's it. So for like I'll say I'll take attendance in this automated this attendance and send you a Excel sheet end of the week. Okay. And
Sir,
tomorrow is submission. Please make submission. Do your thing.
sir,
Yes.
sir, we didn't get any feedback of last week
This
or
last week,
day
yes.
before week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before that week we sent,
I
na?
no, sir. I just got no submission for the first week alone. I didn't submit it. Rest of the week I submitted everything.
Yeah, I remember. So it's some there's some issue going on with whitelist. Maybe it's missed. So I'll extract the data and incorporate in this Excel sheet so you can get it. Okay.
Even mail also we don't get it, sir.
Oh,
Yeah, we didn't get any
Only
mail.
timetable we got it.
her timetable though Praveen sent manually. So there's some issue is going on with white eyes. So okay, I'll just extract those data and convert that into Excel sheet and send you. Okay. Okay. I'll save this file. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow.